Filming a show in the living room. Hey everybody, how the heck are you? My name is Nick John and welcome to the Pewter and Red Sea. To me, there is a lack of video coverage on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the internet, on YouTube, anywhere. So that is where I want to come in. I just want to talk Tampa Bay Buccaneers football in an informal setting. It is a Bucs life after all. We live in Florida. We're not that important. No one really looks up to Bucs fans in any way. So let's just have this tight-knit community of people who don't fit in anywhere else because our football team sucks. So anyways, let's get started and talking, and today is March 17th, which is why I'm wearing this fancy green tank top, and it is also the day after Marcus Mariota's visit into one Buccaneer place. I want to talk about the quarterback situation. I want to talk about the draft. It's coming up. We are 1 month and 13 days away from the NFL draft. The Buccaneers have the #1 overall pick in the draft. Jameis Winston visited already. He had the 3-day visit. Marcus Mariota just had the 1-day visit, I believe. And Marcus Mariota has completed his pro day. Jameis Winston had a fantastic combine. So who's it going to be? Who is the guy that leads the Bucs into the future, that hoists the Lombardi Trophy for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers once again? This time as an offensive star. The Buccaneers have never in their history had a prolific franchise quarterback. Never, ever. I would like to live to see one. Jameis Winston, if he can keep his hands off goddamn crab legs and he can keep away from the media, and it looks like he's smartened up from every single thing that I've seen and that I've read leading up to this draft. He seems like he's going through a character change, and that's much needed. He met with Buccaneers brass for, again, 3 days. They really wanted to get to know who Jameis Winston really is. And if they have the confidence after 3 days that he is the leader of this franchise for years and years to come, then I believe it. The Glazers are a smart family. We may have had our differences as fans with them in the past, but they are a smart family. They know what they're doing. I really believe that if they had any character concerns, especially with Lovie Smith as their head coach, he's all about character. If they had any character concerns whatsoever, Mariota was going to be the guy going #1 in the draft this year on April 30th. That's not to knock Mariota. Again, he's a good quarterback. I just think it's going to take a lot more to make him successful in the NFL than it is going to take Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston's ready. The skills on the field are there. His head, we'll see. But the skills, they're there. Mariota, he's got skills. There's no questioning that. But you have to take into account how much was that system in Oregon. How much of that Oregon system would we be able to establish in our own offense, and how would that translate? How long is it going to take him to get used to the speed of the pro game? Because he was much faster than everyone that he played against in the Pac-12. How is the speed going to translate now when you've got linebackers and defensive linemen who are running 4.6, 4.5s? I don't know. Although I was a Mariota guy back in the Rose Bowl and all that, I think Winston has turned the corner. I think he's the clear-cut leader in this race, and I think Bucs fans really need to start getting used to the idea of having Jameis Winston as their quarterback, because no matter what you believe about the kid, he's got the skills. He's putting on a PR clinic right now as far as reclaiming his image. I think he's the guy. A lot happening in Bucs land besides that. We've got Greg Hardy scheduled for a visit. He's in Dallas right now meeting with them, but then he's scheduled to come to Tampa Bay at One Buc Place later, at a later date I should say. And when that happens, who knows? We might actually have a pass rusher. We just let go of Michael Johnson and that awful contract. Greg Hardy's another guy with character concerns, and you know, that's nothing to play around with, especially we're in the days with Ray Rice. How that situation blew up. Now the NFL already took care of the Greg Hardy thing. He's already been served his punishment. But, I mean, that stuff might still linger. You know, you never want to root for a bad guy, and I understand that as fans. You want these players to be ones that your kids can look up to, and that your grandchildren can look up to, and that you yourself can feel good about cheering for. Business-wise, it makes sense for the Buccaneers. They have to get a pass rusher. You just signed Henry Melton to shore up the middle with Gerald McCoy, which is going to be fantastic. That's going to open up so many things for McCoy. You already have Clinton McDonald, who was fantastic last year, by all accounts. You've got Jaquiz Smith, who came on last year at defensive end. You need somebody now to put at that right defensive end position that is going to be a nightmare, because if we can get that type of guy, and Greg Hardy is that type of guy, there is no question that the Buccaneers will have one of the top 5 defensive lines in football next year. Clear-cut favorites are probably the Texans now after that signing of Vince Wilfork. You've got Clowney and Watt at the ends with Wilfork in the middle. That's scary for anybody. So yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to talk about today. Who knows, maybe we'll make this a weekly thing. I hope to make it a weekly thing. There's a lot happening in Bucs land. We've been quiet as far as free agency is concerned, but the draft is coming up, so with the draft coming up, more news. With more news comes more content, so I hope to get it out to you soon. Links that you can follow. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm not very active right now. I'm taking a leave of absence, but follow me on Twitter. I'm at NickyJTweets. Follow me on Tumblr, pewterpirates.tumblr.com. That's where I'm going to be doing any write-up that I do from now on into the foreseeable future. And I am really going to be focused on video content. I want to get some of my friends in on this thing. I've got some very smart friends who are very intelligent about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the NFL in general. I need to get them involved with this. I want to get you guys involved. What are your comments on the Jameis, Winston, and Marcus Mariota debate? And what are your comments on free agency and possibly signing Greg Hardy? Let me know all of that in the comment section down below. Thumbs up the video, please like it, subscribe to this channel. My name is Nick, fire the cannons. Did I do good? Did I do good? I don't know. Do you guys like my makeshift background? I really need to get a hand on one of those Buccaneers Pro Bowl Hawaiian shirts. I should wear that every week. In fact, I plan on it now.